Hey, Sam here, and today we're doing the review of set 75021, the Republic Gunship. It's the episode 2 version. It released in 2013 and has 1,175 pieces. The set originally came with 7 minifigures and cost $120. If you're looking to buy that today, new sealed in box, you're looking at paying anywhere between $300 and $600. So not a cheap set. Used, you can find one between $100 and $300. It depends on the day. So here we go. Let's get into it. So for minifigures, the set originally came with 7 minifigures. Of those, I actually only have 5 here because I bought this used. The 2 that I'm missing are the Episode 2 Anakin and the Episode 2 Obi-Wan. The Episode 2 Anakin is the only version of Anakin that has ever come with a green lightsaber. And pretty much all of these are exclusive, with the exception of 2, as far as I understand. The 2 that are not exclusive are obviously the Battle Droids, and this Republic gunship pilot is in one other set. It's in the Microfighter version of this set. It's a kind of expensive figure today. It'll cost you about $12, but that's nothing compared to this guy right here, the Clone Captain. He's worth about $30 today. He, obviously both these have the angry clone face. This Republic pilot has red arms and the red helmet. Kind of looks like one of Commander Fox's men, but he's not. He's got the dot markings on the chest and the Episode 2 style helmet that all of the figures have here. One interesting thing to note is, I don't know if you can tell, the helmet masks on the normal pilot, it's not shiny, it's the black. And then on the other one here, you just see that actually reflects. It's this kind of pearl gray paint added, which is a nice touch actually, in detail you might miss. Next minifigure we have is this Padme here. She's got the tear from the creature in the arena on the back of her. She's exclusive to this set. She has 2 face prints, if you check this out. She has a happy face and her normal expression. Then the last thing is these B2 Battle Droids in their pearl gray color. Nothing special here. Pretty common figure. They stopped making these in 2015, actually. That was the last time that we had those in a set. Partially because if you've had these, you might remember that their leg pieces and their arm pieces, the clips that attach them are pretty easy to break. So they snap off if it plays with them for a while, which is a problem I haven't really had with the B1 Battle Droids. So for the set itself, we have a bunch of features on here. The first and most notable one, which is a great feature, is that there's this carrier handle on top of it, so you can pick up the gunship. Now, you can kind of just pick it up at the base right there. It's a very sturdy set, but the carrier handle makes it nice. It's good for a kid if you want to play with it, swoosh it around a bit. It holds super well, doesn't break at all. I feel like they've actually done a great job with all of the carry handles. The one on the 2010 Turbo Tank works great for me. The ATT E1 works great. So I'm a big fan of these. I wish they would put these on more bigger sets. But if we make our way over here to the front, we have 2 posable guns right here. And one of the problems with these on some other sets is that with these posable turrets and these thin connections, they break off pretty easily. But I have not had that problem with this set. I think these work really well, and they're super posable, fun for kids to play with. Over here, you'll see the cockpit, which is for the minifigures. The one big complaint that I have with this set is regarding the minifigures, but I will get to that later. So the set has the pilot. You can set him in there. There's a little control panel piece, which is a sticker. I don't know if you can tell. It's an interesting design for it. It's not like any of the printed ones. It's kind of a lime green loop to it. So the next feature, if we come over here to the side, we have these panels that lift up to reveal extra missiles, which is kind of a cool addition to it. I don't know if in-universe that part of the gunship actually is supposed to open up, but it's a good play feature for kids. Next thing that you might notice is these little boxes on the side. They can't fit a full-size blaster, but If you have a mini blaster, any of those versions, they can fit in there. Binoculars can fit in there. It's a nice little feature. There's more of those on the other side as well. So making our way down, there are these turrets that come out on the side. And the 2008 version, if I remember correctly, I don't believe it came with these. It's a little spot where you can put in a minifigure and let them fire. These in the movies have lasers that come off. So you can have him in here, pull it out. One nice thing about the set is that the set is super customizable. So if there's stuff that you want to leave or take off, you can. And some people would prefer to have the extra space since this does take up a lot. So if you want to, you can just pop these right out and it doesn't really detract anything from the set. And that'll give you extra space in this main hangar area. Next thing, we have some more of those on the side. Now these ones are not in the movies. I don't believe that these actually do fit an character, but in the set they do, which is a cool play feature. You can pop a minifigure in there. He has a sticker control panel. It's not a bad feature. I kind of like that. There's a lot of stickers on this set, which to some people, they don't like that. I personally really like the stickers. They add a lot of value and playability, especially if you're a kid. And if you're an adult, you can just leave them off if that's something that bothers you. So there's obviously another one of those on this side. Next thing up here, we have these lasers, and these are those flick fire missiles that LEGO used for a long time, but then eventually kind of gave up on. They shoot out, and that's gone forever. But they have a round of those, and then you have some extra ones down here. 12 missiles in total, 8 on top, 4 in the storage area. Working our way down, you'll see there are these doors, which in universe, these close up to cover the troops inside of the gunship. However, in the actual set, they only go this far. So they don't cover the entire portion of the set. So this wouldn't work great if those figures were going into space. One little thing down here as well is that it comes with a little weapons crate where you can keep something. I have stashed a holocron in there from Yoda Chronicles, but you could put whatever you want in there. It's well built in. So there's that. If we go around back now, you can see this is the mechanism by which the door opens. There's a little area on the back and you can pull that out, close it. It works really well, pretty stable, doesn't fall off. And that brings us to the back of the ship with the last features. So one of the main features in the back is there's this little ball turret. Super useful, I guess, if a ship is coming up from behind. Because half the ships in Star Wars, if they come from behind you, you are dead. So the gunship here has a solution to that, which is the little turret. I don't know who aims it, if it's automated or not, but cool feature. Up here, you'll find a little storage area, which can actually fit quite a bit. If you look here, I've stashed a lot of stuff here. An entire trooper armor set. And in addition to that, a series of blasters. So you can arm the clones and keep stuff up there, whatever is up to you. And the last real feature of the set is this door on the back. So in universe, if you've seen the Clone Wars or the movie, this pops down and it's a door where the troops can come out. And this set, which is accurate to episode 2, it has a little speeder bike. And one of the big changes they made from the 2008 version to this version is that the speeder bike is a lot smaller than in those versions. So it gives you more space for the troops on the inside. The speeder bike, I don't know how I feel about it. It looks more like a swoop bike to me. But if you fold it down, it kind of resembles what you see in like Endor. And it looks a lot better, in my opinion, like that. The only problem is then the joint isn't exactly out of there. But it's up to you what you do with that. Again, the set's very customizable. So you could definitely just remove these gray clips down here and add extra space for your troopers. So That's one of the cool things. And that's basically it for play features. The set is very well put together. A lot of cool features are used. It's very playable. I think fans of the Clone Wars, fans of the prequels, and kids will all enjoy this set. It's got a lot of detail to it and very stable. So it can take a beating. The only part of it that might not survive is these engines are kind of loosely attached. And down here, these ball turrets do not stay on all that well. But in the end, those parts aren't that important. If you even want to take the set apart, you're going to find a lot of difficulty with this base section right here because of how well put together it is. You have Technic pins and bricks to hold the set together, and it does that very well. This set, if you dropped it, some of those little features might fall off, but the base will definitely still be intact. Interesting thing to note is that all these red pieces, these dark red pieces, have dark blue counterparts to it. So I am ordering some of those in, and I can do a review on this channel of that to see how this set would look if instead of dark red, it has the dark blue version, which we see in the Clone Wars in a couple different episodes. So the biggest complaint I have with this set is not with the design of it, but more so with the minifigures. So like I said, you get the Anakin and Obi-Wan, which is fine. You get a single pilot and a captain trooper, as well as the Padme and 2 battle droids for them to fight. Now, I do not like that minifigure choice at all. It's definitely a mistake because this set does a great job in giving you lots of room for minifigures, but no minifigures to use with them. And there wasn't really a good way to get a bunch of clone troopers at the time. So how would this set look if we actually filled it up with minifigures? I'll show you. And if you take a look, with those turrets on the side removed, you can easily fit 20 clone troopers in the entirety of that section of the ship, which is kind of crazy. That's a ton of storage. 2 pilots up on the front would have been nice. I don't know why they didn't include a pilot. They could have left out that captain minifigure entirely and just added a second pilot, and it would have gone so far. And in my opinion, the clone gunships, if they're going to make any more of these, they should definitely include more clones. Less of the named characters, just give 3 clones and the 2 pilots, and that would be much better than any of the things. No one really cares about the battle droids. No one really cares about the Padme minifigure. If you want to get those, you could give them in a smaller set, and that would go a long way with this gunship, because having those, it makes more sense. You never see a gunship with only 1 pilot in it. It's kind of essential for the thing. And the fact is, yeah, you could have gone and bought a $10 microfighter, but for the collectors, why would they go and do that? Like, the microfighters are for kids, and this gunship is probably aimed a little bit older than that. So, I don't know. It would just be nice to include 2 of these pilots. If anything else, it doesn't matter what else you can include. Just do 2 pilots. In the end, this set is a classic. If you're considering buying it and you can find it for $200 or less used, I would go for it. It's a great set. Everyone would like this. I would probably say to the collectors, you should keep in mind, though, that if you're looking for any gunship, if you just like the ship, I would wait until next year and buy the UCS version that's coming out that we voted on. That's definitely going to be more up a collector's alley. But if you're looking for a minifigure scale one that you can take these figures and play with them, and I would definitely pick up this model. It's better than the 2008 model, definitely better than the 2002 model. It's a set that's very easy to customize, and there's a lot to love about it. I can't believe that it's been 7 years since we got our last one, though. LEGO should really make more of these. I know they're expensive to make, but they have so much potential. If they're done well, which LEGO has a great thing going here with this design, they could re-release this and tons of people would buy it today. Here's your gunship for you, 2013 edition. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more classic LEGO Star Wars reviews. Thanks, guys.